That's kind of rough. I mean, you can make records relatively cheap-ish, but
You can.
but like you said, once you gotta record it, pay somebody to record it. You gotta get the artwork and pay
Yeah.
someone to do the artwork. And like once you stack all those things in there, it's like this isn't a cheap process.
Yeah, and some people have all that, can do all that in-house. Somebody in the band is a painter, and they can make the covers, and somebody else can do the engineering and mastering, but it's not always the case.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not that we couldn't do something like that. I've talked about it before on the podcast. I mean, obviously, I'm recording us talking, but that's ludicrously different than recording instruments. And what I'm doing is ludicrously different than mixing and mastering an album, you know? And I can do graphic design, but go to the Audible farm page and look at my graphic design. It's not the greatest, you know? It's the artwork is somebody else made for me, you know?
Yeah.
So we could have done it, but the effort we could have put forth with just the four of us at the time
And
wouldn't have been, you know.
we never have talked to this, but if we can drop some breaking news, maybe we'll do a song in-house and see what happens.
Ooh, yeah, I'd be down for
And
that.
this isn't an insult to anybody, but part of this too, and you might feel this way, like for this one, this is like the official, like, no, we're spending money on this. This is going to be done well. Having somebody else master it who didn't record it and mix it, I think was really smart.
That same with commissioning the artwork. I like,
Yeah.
you know, it's sort of a cross-promotion thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to get Ben Hall's name out. It's nice to get Tanner Saltzman's name out.
Exactly.
It's just everyone's benefiting by, you know, making it a community instead of just keeping this close-knit
Yeah.
group of only people you know.
Yeah. We have our house artist, and
That's
you know,
true.
here's our engineer, and
And I mean, we've been all about like kind of spreading the love around as locally as possible. We've done, you know, 2 different local to Des Moines T-shirt pressings from 2 different companies, you know, and we're trying our best to just, like I said, spread the love around, get somebody else to do the artwork for us. I mean, you're an artist, Kelsey's an artist,
Yeah.
but why not have somebody else do it, you know? And like you said, sometimes it's better the farther away from like home base you get with this stuff, the better off you're going to be with like the honesty about how it's going to get done. Like, you know, if you were in charge of recording, maybe the drums are louder, you know, or mixing, you know, I'm just, not that that's going to be a thing, but just throwing it out there as an example. If Ben's doing it, you know, Ben Hall at Speed of Sound Studios, you know, he's going to do it the way he thinks sounds best. And like, maybe he wants to mix and master it a certain way, but we could send it to somebody else and let them do it. And
Exactly. There's something good about having someone who's not necessarily into heavy music being on the controls like that, because you kind of get the best of both worlds as far as they kind of get from us what we want to hear as far as making it sound heavy. And, you know, they have their prior knowledge of just making it sound good.
yeah. I mean, that's the other thing I think is pretty crazy about Ben was once we started working with him, I started looking through how much stuff he's done, and it's a pretty wide berth of music